Hello, my name is Matthew, and this is the Book of Matthew. Yesterday, I found out that Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City, has been hospitalized. And my first reaction to that was, whoa, holy crap! Like, what? I hope he ends up being all right. It's the same like when Biden was diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer or whatever. I basically had the same reaction, like, holy crap, like, I hope the guy ends up being all right or whatever. With all that to say, obviously both of those figures are on two different sides of the aisle, and I don't like either one of them. Well, all that to say is that I can still have empathy for people even though I don't like them. There was a third attempt on President Donald Trump's life, and I obviously don't like him either, but I don't wish any harm on him. The state of this country has been really I get messed up, I guess, for a lack of better words. I don't know. I really wasn't prepared to do this video, but it was on my mind, and I figured I would say something. Yeah, that was the third attempt on Donald Trump's life, and I don't understand where in the hell our culture is going. I don't understand what would make somebody so angry that they would want to try to murder them. I don't understand that. There are a lot of people that I don't like, but I mean really don't like, but I would never wish that anybody would do anything like that to them. If you want to instill change in our society and our government, assassinating political figures is not the way to do it. You are not making your respective sides look any better. If anything, you look like an asshole, okay? You look like a deranged, a mentally deranged asshole. You know what? If you want to get rid of these figures, do it by voting. Do it through your state representatives in Congress. That's how you do it. You don't go around trying to kill all the political figures just because you don't like them. That does not solve anything, because they're just going to stick somebody else in there that you don't like either. And that goes for both sides too. It really pisses me off because, to see a political assassination. I was alive although I didn't, at the time, I didn't really understand it because I was kind of young. I was alive for the one or two, I think Reagan, there was 2 attempts on his life, if I remember right. Which I also thought that was wrong as well. Also, the assassination of John F. Kennedy, that was awful as well. Even though Charlie Kirk wasn't a political figure, he was a YouTuber. Political pundit, I guess. It was still awful what they did to Charlie Kirk. And I didn't even like Charlie Kirk. But I certainly didn't want to see him dead. I mean, what has happened to our society where it has become not only acceptable to try to assassinate them, but also you see online everybody making fun of stuff like that, or praising whoever did that. Where did we go wrong in our society? I am an atheist. I am not a religious person at all, and you can't necessarily blame a lack of religion when the vast majority of the United States, last I knew, is like it was 75% of the United States at one time was Christian. The others, were various, Jewish and Muslim people or whatever other faiths there are in the United States. So you can't say that there was a lack of religion that caused this or anything like that. I don't know, maybe you guys can help me out. Where did we go wrong? When did this shit start becoming the norm? And whatever the reason is, we need to stop it. It's complete bullshit. It really is. And I don't know, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. If you want to instill change, vote. Get your friends to vote. Talk to your state representatives. That's the only way you're going to instill real change. And I don't care if you're on the left or on the right. Voting is the only way that's going to make things change. So, for those of you who don't vote, maybe this is a good reason for you to start voting. So, anyways, thank you for listening to my rant. Have a good day.